Okay, we figured out in our very first class of all the fundamentals we have to learn in golf. The most important fundamental to learn in golf is this thing right here. We know that the brain swings the golf club. If we want to know where our golf swing is, it's in here. We will swing at a golf ball like all physical skills are going to be done in one of two ways. Left brain analytical conscious thinking, or right brain subconscious. Now, which one of those creates total fluid motion? Right brain subconscious. Analytical thinking, under stress of a golf course, over the golf ball, and we know fluid motion is impossible. We cannot be thinking. You with me? Just like, think about somebody who's typing, or when you're writing. You're not really trying, okay, but it happened anyway. You learned it, you overlearned it. We only have to overlearn something once and then it sticks forever, okay? Now the reason why it's not easy to not think over a golf ball for a golfer that struggles, first, when we hit a bad shot, and golfers who have bad swing habits are going to hit a lot of bad shots. And the moment we hit a bad shot, it forces us, when we're over the next shot, to start thinking, trying to correct the last one. It's too late. We're over the ball. It's too late to make corrections now. Okay? It can't be done. So, how do we not think over a golf ball? Okay, let me take you through this exercise. You may want to take a few notes. If you have a carpenter's snap chalk line, it doesn't really matter what you use, but at home, what I'd like you to do is make a line about 5 to 10 feet. It doesn't really matter how long your line is. But on every shot in golf, there's an imaginary line. Okay, so we're going to play golf down railroad tracks now. And by the way, when it comes to the physical movements, you might want to get to cornettasgolf.com and the Supreme Golf Swing, and it'll take you through the physical movements, learning them in a way so that you'll do them without thinking, okay? Now, at home, we've got a line out about 5 to 10 feet. Remember, all training is done at home because that's where you learned every lesson your whole life in school. It was taught in school, but it wasn't learned until you were home doing your study. That's the most comfortable environment in your world, and that's where we will learn best, is in our own home. That's when the memory happens. We got to be relaxed. We don't learn well if we're uptight and nervous, okay? We're going to make this line about 5 to 10 feet, and we're going to place a golf ball down on the end of the line. Now, before I go on with this lesson, I need to ask you, how many days will we do this? For a few minutes every day. If you remember from class, the answer is 21 to 30 days to form a habit pattern. The line's 5 to 10 feet, the ball's on the line. We will now begin every shot by first quietly reciting to ourselves a mantra. Okay, a mantra, you might know what it is. It's a verbal cue or command. It's used in meditation, focus, concentration. We use it in sports, okay? So we're going to talk to ourselves. Now I want to ask you, on a golf course, is anyone talking to themselves anyway? We're going to recite 3 words to ourselves quietly. Relax, be calm is the mantra. Let me ask you, are those good words for golf? Huh? We're going to recite the words relax, be calm, and then I'd like you to run your eyes up and down a what? A carpenter's chalk line on a piece of carpet at home with a ball on it. There's an imaginary line on every shot in golf. We have to see it. As we approach the golf ball, we will now begin the relaxation of the big 3 key muscle groups. First, we're going to sole the club face square behind the ball on this line. The relaxation of the big 3 key muscle groups, one of them is first the neck, upper back, and shoulders. Another is the arms and hands, and the third is the muscles of the face. If we prioritize that list, the highest priority is the muscles of the face must be relaxed first. If we carry tension in the face, our whole upper body's in knots. We're going to relax the forehead and the eyes and the tongue, the mouth and the jaw, the back of the throat. Now it is easy to relax the neck, upper back, and shoulders. Then we can get over here to this right tricep and bicep, forearm, right hand grip, massive that bicep, tricep, forearm, and left hand grip. The arms and hands of the devils, we got to get to them. Now let's shift directions. I want to ask you something about confidence. Does confidence matter in golf? On every shot, we must know we're going to hit the ball perfect before we hit it. Is that right? And then you know what else would be a good idea? If we'd believe it, huh? Knowing and believing we'll perform a task well is confidence. Confidence breeds relaxation. Would you buy that idea? Sure. Once we know and believe we're going to perform a task well, then what's there to be uptight about? If confidence breeds relaxation, relaxation breeds confidence. Okay? Now some of you might relate to this. This is a little exercise in confidence. When I struggled in golf, when I was a terrible golfer, I remember getting up this little short par 3. It's about 100 yards. And so there's nothing to worry about. A little tiny par 3. And I remember getting on the tee box, oh, so very confident, okay? What do you suppose is right in front of the green, everybody? Some nut put a lake right there. At about 100 yards away is the center of a lovely green, huh? Yeah, and about 85 yards is the Pacific Ocean. Now, which one of the two did I start staring at? Yeah. Now we're focused on the center of the lake. I want you to follow what's going on in this thing right now. The next thing you know, my attention leaves the lake. But now my attention is over here in my left hand is a new golf ball. There's a lake over there and a new golf ball over here. The next thing you know, that new golf ball is sliding its way into my pocket. Do you know why? Because I know what's coming right now. And you know something else? I believe it. Now we're back here at the golf bag, extracting a golf ball that's got a red stripe around it. You know the one, because a couple of days before I was at a driving range and I asked the guy in the cage, hey, if I give you a quarter from one of these old beat up ones, can I take it? I'm playing golf on Sunday, the 12th hole. Now we're going to tee up an old beat up range ball. Guess where the ball is going? Right in the middle of the lake. And when the ball would splash in the water, what comes right out of the mouth? I knew I'd do that. I knew that would happen. Well, no kidding. Does anybody know when we made the decision to hit the golf ball into the lake? 2 days ago at a driving range, when I gave a guy a quarter for an old beat-up range ball, that was the moment I hit it in the lake, and we've been warming up in this thing for a couple of days. Now comes the final preparation of the mind. And this is also the confidence builder, okay? How many of us have ever seen or heard the term visualization? Sure. Jack Nicklaus, in his book, I think he called it, if something like going to the movies, he called it something like that before every shot. You know, this term is used in all kinds of sports, especially this one. Visualization is a right brain action, not left. This takes us from analytical thinking to the right brain. You know what it's impossible to do if you're playing a movie? Checking, is my grip right and this, that, because we're playing a movie instead. Now we're over a golf ball. Initially, all we're going to do is visualize a ball hit down the line. Then as we develop and grow, we will then start to visualize the correct physical movements of the backswing, the downswing, the position of the hips, and so forth. And then there might come a day when once in a while we play the movie in the mind in slow motion. When that happens, you're dangerous. Now, at the very least, if you can't visualize a movie, when you're over the golf ball, at least when you're out there and you're looking at your target, you know, you're in the fairway and you're looking at the green, when your eyes leave the green and comes back to the ball, or if you're on the tee box and you're focused on the middle of the fairway, when your eyes come back to the ball, see if you can have a snapshot in your mind, like a photograph of what you were just looking at. So even though you're over the ball looking at the ball, in your mind's eye, you have a picture of what you were just looking at, and then swing. Don't wait standing over the ball for 10 minutes, okay? Once your visualization is done, the mind is quiet. When the mind is quiet, that's when you got to hit it. We've got about anywhere from 7 to 10 seconds, okay? So we play the movie's quiet, hit the ball. Now, if you like the idea of overlearning the physical movements so that you can execute them without thinking, the Supreme Golf Swing at cornettasgolf.com is the only golf program in the world that provides the formula to change habit patterns permanently. You know, this is my training from the Marine Corps. And also, if you like the idea of free golf lessons, we have friends and family programs too. If you're already a student and a family or friend signs up, or if you purchase golf equipment, if you need a driver, get ours. Okay, we're going to give you 6 months free of the Supreme Golf Swing lesson plans with video swing analysis. So anytime you need some golf equipment, get into the pro shop at cornettasgolf.com, and we'll take care of your golf club needs too. Even though we know the golf clubs are not going to solve your golf swing problem. Okay? If we're taking a test and we're flunking the test, okay, you can't go buy a new pencil and expect to get an A on the test. The golf course is the test. But if you need some golf equipment, okay, everybody likes to have new toys once in a while, we know that. But as long as we know they're not going to solve all our golf problems. So if you need a driver, some hybrids, set of irons or something, give us a holler and we'll make sure you have the lesson plans that go with it so that you can learn to use those clubs and swing the club properly, be able to do it without thinking. Looking forward to helping you, everybody. cornettasgolf.com, Supreme Golf Swing.